Parents, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. What are the weekly grades? Well, if you start off in E-class, no matter what subject I teach, look at the week at a glance and you'll see the subject title on the top column right there. So in this case, Algebra 1 and Pre-Cal, but it could be whatever it is I'm teaching. Click on the link. It'll give you what we're doing every single day of that week. So we'll see in week 2 in August, this is Monday's work. If you scroll down, that's Tuesday's work. If you scroll down, that's Wednesday and Thursday's work. And finally, that's Friday's work. So if your student is absent, they're still responsible for their work. They just need to go to E-class and scroll to the respective date and see what it is they're responsible for. So let's take a look at one day. You can see here that we are going to go and fill in our composition book. And here are the instructions on what to do. You're going to go to YouTube. You're going to click on everything it says to click. You're going to take out your composition book. You're going to complete adding and subtracting integers. Okay. And that's all that we did that day. Well, then we practiced on whiteboards, I'm sorry. So we practiced what we learned. On the second day, it looks like we were still working on our notebook. We were still fixing our notebook. On the third day, we started actually now doing independent practice. So we've practiced together, and now we're doing independent practice. Here are the instructions on how to log into the program for your independent practice. And these are the topics that we've already covered that we cover again on that day. And then finally, on Friday, those grades go into the gradebook. So let's take a look at the weekly workbook. So these are the videos that your student has looked through. So far we've done page 2, which you can see is adding and subtracting. Okay, and we did this in class. However, if your child did not finish in class, then they had to go home and finish it. Then we did page 3 and page 4. And the average of those 3 notebooks is what constituted the grade for the weekly grade for the workbook. So if they only did 1 page, for example, that was a 33. If they did 2, a 67. If they did 3, 100. But we have created the notebook for the whole unit, so they can go ahead if they please. Our second grade is the weekly practice. For this, you're going to go to deltamath.com, all right, is where it is. And you'll see the week number. So this is week 2, unit A, and this student has 80%. If you look more closely, you'll see which ones they have completed. So they're struggling on combining like terms, and then you'll see they're almost done with adding and subtracting polynomials. We're going to go ahead and click on one because right now that grade is that. You can see again the grade is also still there at 80%, and they did 4 out of the 5 questions. Those are the 2 weekly grades that you do see in there every week. They're given the work a week in advance. We go over it in class, and I do give that extended time, or if they don't finish in class, they can finish it at home. Then on Friday, I put in those grades. So all those grades are due on Friday. Thank you so much for your attention in this matter, and please feel free to reach out if you have any additional questions.